A cat flew into the windshield of a moving car. The wipers couldn't scrub it off. In a bizarre and unexpected incident, a cat flew into the windshield of a moving car, leaving the driver in shock as the wipers proved useless in removing it. The sudden impact created a tense and surreal moment, raising concerns about both the feline's fate and road safety. This unusual event serves as a reminder of the unpredictable hazards that drivers may encounter on the road. The rain pounded against the windshield, turning the dimming twilight into a watery blur. Thomas tightened his grip on the steering wheel as the wipers struggled in vain against the relentless downpour. Then, a sickening thud. Something solid and warm slammed into the glass. The wipers, once dependable, now scraped helplessly over the point of impact. A smear of blood and fur clung stubbornly to the glass. Thomas's heart pounded as he pulled over, his hands trembling on the wheel. Stepping out, the rain drenched him instantly, plastering his hair to his face. He circled the car, scanning the darkness. Nothing. Turning back to the windshield, his breath fogged against the cold air. Then, on the passenger side glass, he saw it, a cat clinging on. Small and sleek, its wide, unseeing eyes stared blankly. The cat was barely holding on, a frail, sodden lump against the slick glass. Thomas reached out, trying to gently pry it free, but it wouldn't budge. Its limp body was eerily cold, a stark contrast to the fleeting warmth of the impact. A wave of guilt and helplessness washed over him. He couldn't just leave it there, vulnerable to the relentless storm. He carefully broke the window, the sound surprisingly sharp in the quiet storm. He reached in, his hand trembling, and gently lifted the cat. It was surprisingly light, almost weightless. He cradled it against his chest, its fur matted with blood and rain. It didn't stir. Thomas rushed home, the rain now a steady drumming against the roof of his car. He laid the cat on a towel, the pale skin visible through the dark fur shockingly clear in the harsh kitchen light. He checked for a heartbeat, holding his breath, expecting nothing. Then, a faint flutter, so weak it felt like a ghost. He spent the next few hours coaxing the small creature back to life. Warm water, a soft blanket, and careful handling. Slowly, the cat began to respond. A slight twitch of an ear, a shallow breath. As the night wore on, its eyes, previously dull and lifeless, flickered open, a spark of amber light in the darkness. He named her Baxter. Over the next few days, Baxter slowly recovered. The vet diagnosed a concussion and several minor injuries, but remarkably, nothing broken. Thomas cared for her tirelessly, feeding her, cleaning her wounds, and letting her sleep curled up on his chest. He wondered about her owner, if she had been lost or abandoned, or perhaps even escaped from a cruel fate. One evening, a week after the accident, Thomas sat on his porch, Baxter purring contentedly in his lap. The peaceful moment was interrupted by the sound of footsteps. A woman approached, her face lined with worry. She held up a picture, a black cat, eerily similar to Baxter. "Have you seen her?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Her name is Shadow." Thomas's gaze shifted to Baxter, now healthy and full of life. He looked at the woman, her eyes shining with relief and love, and a wave of sadness crashed over him. He couldn't give her back. He had saved Baxter's life, nursed her back to health, and in doing so, she had saved a part of him. In her quiet presence, he had found a connection, a depth of love he never knew he could feel for an animal. And now, looking into the woman's desperate eyes, he realized just how much Baxter had come to mean to him. This was a lie he had to live with. He shook his head, his voice heavy. "I haven't," he said, and in that moment, he knew he could never tell her the truth. The truth was a shadow, a secret he had to bury. His midnight had finally come home. What an incredible story. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.